So this is the name of the file, store module. If you are in doubt of the spelling, you can store module.ts. Store module.ts. So in that store module.ts, we'll import all the Angular module, the browser module, the forms module, the model module, the store components module. So you just scroll down to where you have the script. So the store components module, then we'll import the model module, the browser module, all what we have imported there, we'll put them in the Angular module, we'll import them, browser module, form module. Then in the declaration, we'll declare the store component and we'll export the store component. So we'll export the class store module. So copy this script from import to export class store module and paste it in the store.module.ts. Please don't copy what you have here. I've updated. Paste is saved. Is there any error? Is it okay?
It's good.
Okay. So the next, we are going to be updating the root component and root module. The root component and the root module. We are going to be updating that. So to update that, we already have the app component.ts. So go to your app components. Open the app component.ts, which is our root module. The app component.ts, which is our root module. We are going to replace what we have there. So go back to, so go and copy that. We import the component, then the selector to select the app, app. Remember the store is in the app folder, app. Then the template, it will execute this as the template, the store. Open the store, open that store folder to read the content of what you have. So copy and paste all of this. Copy everything from import to the last closing of the curly brace. Paste it in and save. Please don't look at what I have here. So though it's still the same, but paste it in and save. App.component.ts.
Is the one inside the app folder?
Which one?
The app.component.ts.
Yeah, I mentioned, I said the app.
Because I've got an error.
This is, we have done the store module, which is in the store folder, right? Then we have the app component.ts.
Is inside the store folder or inside the app folder?
It is after that, after the store folder, that is the root. Yeah, that's the root, it's outside.
No, I would hear.
So in the app.component.ts file, okay, you have an error.
Yes. So store is not a known element. If it's a component, then verify that it is alternative.
App.component.ts. This is what you should have. Do you have this?
Yeah.
Okay. Store. I hope you have the folder called store, right? Okay. So let's look at I hope the error is not originating from another file. Okay. And we need to update it. Okay. In the root model, so we are going to do some updates there. We are going to add some elements in the app.component.ts. Right, app.component.ts. If you scroll down, we are going to fix some few things there. You scroll down in your script, in your textbook. It says we are going to change, some changes are required in the root module, the app.component.ts. Right, so you have to replace it with this. Okay, or where do we have error? App.component.ts. App.component.ts, is that where we have error?
Yes.
No, you shouldn't have error there. App.component.ts. Where is it? You should have this and save. Please check what you have there. App.component.ts. You should have that. Then the app.module.ts. Okay, so after the app.component.ts, if you have this, it's okay. I hope there's no error. If there's error, let's go to the app.module.ts. So if we don't have an error, then that means we need to go back. Everybody has error in app.component.ts. Everybody is good. Shouldn't have an error. So app.component.ts, I'll go back. If you have an error, let me see your hand. You should not have any error there.
I fixed it.
Okay. So what was the error and how did you fix it? Maybe you didn't copy very well.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe you didn't copy. Go back. So app.components.ts shouldn't have an error. Just for you to just go back and go to the app folder, then it will point it will now go to read the store folder, whatsoever you have there.
Yeah, the store module wasn't imported in the
Import the component. So import the component.
See, after I copy the below code and it's fixed the error.
Eh?
Many steps.
The below code is from app.module.ts.
That one fixed it, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so the next, we'll go to the app.module.ts. So we want to import the future module also in the app.module.ts. So in the app.module.ts, make sure you copy and paste that. Maybe that will fix your error. App.module.ts. So scroll down. So just immediately after that, you have the app.module.ts. So copy this. We import the Angular, import the browser module, the app components module, the store module. I will import that. You add it to the declaration. Then you export the app module. So copy that and paste it in the app.module.ts. Are we there?
Yes.
Save. I hope that is good. Any error?
Yes, the error is gone.
Error is gone. Okay, so they work together. The app components, the app module.ts and the app component.ts. So save it. So if save, go and refresh the browser window or you reload and show everything is working perfectly well. Did you see the categories?
Yes.
You should see the categories. We have 3 categories, right?
Yes.
Category 1 from category 2 and category 3. Then you should have the products. Remember, we have 15 products. If you go to the data, if you go to your static data source. If you go to the static data source in the model folder, we have created 3 categories and we have 15 products there. So that is what it is displaying in the browser window.
Mine says 3 and 0.
Huh?
Mine says 3 categories, 0 product.
Okay, go back and check. Go back to your static data source. Maybe you didn't copy very well. Go back and check. Are you there already? So go back and check. That means there's error somewhere. Or to display 15, we have 15 products and we have 3 categories there. So next we'll add the store feature. Adding store feature, that's the product details. We want to display the product details. We want to display the product details. So we're going to be adding the HTML file to be able to do that. So let's go to the store.component.html. We have the store.component.html, right? Do we have that file?
Yeah.
Okay. I know we created it a few minutes ago. So we are going to be adding some few lines of script to it for the product, to display the product name, the product price, to display the product name and the product price. So to do that, and the product description, product name, product price, and product description. So what you do at this point, don't copy and paste everything. You already have the file, but you are meant to add some few things. What you are meant to add is in bold. If you look at the line of scripts, the first one there that is in bold, the div class column 3 background info p2 text white is in bold. So add that line of script to it if you don't have it. If you have it, check what is missing there and modify, or just copy and paste it on top of it.
Only that one?
We have so many to copy from there, but that one first. And make sure you put it after the opening of that div class, right? If you are done with that, you save, you go back. After the closing of that div element, we have another div element, opening of the div element, the opening of that div element. So just copy this. We have created another div element here. Copy all what you have from here to the point where you have all what is in bold. So copy all what is in bold. So you copy all what you have in bold. Copy everything and go and paste. And what are we simply doing? We are trying to create the product, the price, where the it's going to give us in a table-like structure. We'll have the product name, to display the product name, to display the price of the product, and also to display the description of the product. So in that div element, we have created the div element, and we are having the object dot the property. The object is the product dot the property we want to display the name. Also in another div element, we have the object, which is product dot the property price. We also want it to display in another div element the product dot the object dot the description. Right. So add that to it. So you add that to it all the way. If you look at that, so everything in bold, you copy that and you add it, copy and paste it. Be sure copy and paste everything. Save it. Hope there is no error. Save. Do we have error? Okay. So we are good to go. Is everybody on the same page? Okay. So this is just HTML. We are just trying to read the object and the property of the object that we want to be displayed. The object is the product, and we have the property name. So it's going to display the name of the product, the price of the product, and the description of the product. So we are going to be adding the category selection. Save it and go and check your browser window. Save it and go and check. So we are going to be adding the category selection. Remember, we have 3 categories, and all the product items are in different categories, right? So we want to add the category. So based on selection, if you select category 1, it will display the product in category 1, right? If you select category 2, it will display the product in category 2 and category 3. So we are going to add the category as selection. So open the store.component.ts file. The store.component.ts file. We already have that. Do you have it?
Yes.
I want to be sure so that. So open the store.component.ts file and go back, and we are trying to your textbook, we are trying to import the component, import product, import the product repository. So it's going to select the store folder. It will read what you have on your store.component.html page. So it will check, it will export the class store component. Then whichever category that is being selected, remember there are 3 categories. So if the user selects one category, we want it to display the list of products. So public selected copy and paste that, then we will, or instead of copying and paste, you already have the file. Go to your book where you have public selected category equals to null. That is, if no selection, if the user does not select any category, right? So remember we said null. So copy this, everything in bold. So copy this first one, is in bold. We have added this to the HTML, it's already existing. Copy and paste it. Remember I said Angular. Wherever you have null, please replace it with empty string. Just put in your double quotes, opening and closing. So null in Angular, I'm sure we all know how to represent null now. So if you copy that and paste, you have modified that. Return. You also have this line of script. Return this repository, get product. This will get the product, the selected category. To return the selected category, if the user makes any selection from the 3 categories. So you copy and paste that in. Also, we have another line of scripts. If the user changes the category, selects another category, this last line of script, the change category, we read the new category. So if the user selects a new category, so copy that and paste that in, go and locate the position where you have. Don't copy everything, just make sure you copy those ones in bold. So remember, okay, save it. There's still going to be an error there, so let's debug that error. Save. Save. Do we have errors?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So I will tell us what to do now. For the first one, change that null to just tst. Oh, is it store.component.html? Which one are we modifying now? Store.component.cs, right? Okay, I think I'm right. I think I've replaced mine. Okay, we'll still replace it, but anyway. So where you have public selected category null, remember to change that to that null should be empty string, right? If you go to the last script that you copy, change category, so the user changes the category. Change category equals to new category. Okay, let me project it from the script since I've replaced mine, so that we can know what we are modifying. So the change category, you have a question mark after that category, right? Remove it. Remove the question mark. Then when you have string, string equals to empty, right? To change the category if it's empty. Plus, please change that. String, remove this question mark, then string equals to, use your quotes, your empty string is empty. Right. So save it. If you save, is there an error again? No error again. Okay. So the textbook, there are errors in the textbook, so which we are going to debug and debug. So we'll now add the category button. We want to add the category button to the HTML page, so that once the user clicks on the category, it will display it. Changes to another category by clicking on the button, it will change. So we want to add, you can save and refresh, go and check what you have in your browser window. What do we have in our browser window? Okay. So I hope, so what do we have in our browser window? What do you have in your house? It's working for everyone. You are doing something else. I know you are doing something else. Okay. It's not working. That means you are doing something or you are doing some visit. Everybody's doing assignments, doing homework. Okay. So it should work. You should have your product being listed. You should have your product. You should have the products. So the next thing we want to do now, we want to put the category button now. We already have the product, right? So we want to put the category button. We want to put the category button. That's the next thing we want to do now. We want to add. So that when you choose category 1, it will display the item in category 1. Category 2, it will display the item in category 2. So let's open the store.component.html. Open the store.component.html file. Open the store.component.html file. And if you go to the book, you just want to add that button. So scroll down. Where you have the button, the class, there's a div element for that button, right? Div element. So copy this, go and add it. Copy this and locate where you have it on your. So copy all of this. The one in bold, you will see the ones in bold. Copy. Copy it. Then go to your store.component.html and paste it in the appropriate position. I've updated mine, so I have several things. Don't look at what I have here. Right. So paste it in there. Don't look at what I have here. Like I mentioned, this has been updated several times. So save it. Any error? Is it okay?
It's okay.
Is it okay without error? Okay. Most people are waiting for me to upload the zip. What I'm going to upload will be the final at the end of chapter 7 or chapter 8, because I've started chapter 8 with some other sections. Trying to take the cat. Okay. So we've been able to complete that. So we are going to add the product pagination. What do we mean by that? We want to add the pagination, pages. We want to add the product pagination. We want to add pages. We want it to flow from page 1, 2, 3, and so on. Right. So we want to add the pagination. So to add that pagination, open the store.component.ts file. Open the store.component.ts file. Open the store.component.ts file. So once you open that, you go back to your textbook. We're just going to add some few lines of scripts there. You add the public, the class store, in the export class store component, exporting the store component class. We have public, we've declared that selected category equals to none. We also have the public, the product per page. How many products do you want to be displayed per page? So we set it to 4. From that script, we said it should display 4 products per page. Then the selected page, by default, the selected page should be page 1, the first page. Right, so add these 2 lines of scripts, copy those 2 lines of scripts, go and add that to the store.component.ts in the appropriate place. Then we also want to add the selected page is equals to -1 to be able to, you move from one page to the other. We select page 4, we want to go back to page 3, page 2, page 1. So if selected page equals to -1, so scroll down and add the next script. So select that, copy that script, and go and add it. So add this script. The repository, you add the change, the page changes, so add all of this as well. After getting the product repository, if the page changes, to return the current page. So it's going to use the move from one page, get the page number, to get the current page number, and if you move to the next page number, it will return the current page number, the page you have selected. So copy and paste that in the appropriate space on that file. Save it. Do we have an error? Do you have an error? You are still copying. Just copy those that are in bold. Here we are trying to select the page. We are using the repository products, the repository where we have the products. So here we said if the page changes to a new page on the products page. So we have, remember we created the pagination. We said the page each page should contain four products. 4 products per page. So copy, paste and copy this code. Those in bold, the code in bold, and put it in the appropriate place. Then save. So simply what we are trying to do there, we are trying to put the products into number of products that will appear per page. I will say the product per page is 4. It should show 4 products per page, and the selected page will be page 1. That's why we have selected page equals to 1. So we have to filter the pages from one page to the other. Okay. Save this. Is it okay? No error? Okay. If there is error, you let me know so that we do. So we'll move on to the store.component.html. The store.component.html. So for the store.component.html, we are going to make some changes also. We are going to add we have added the pages, but based on an event, the page will change. Once the user clicks on each of the pages, right? There's going to be an event. So we want to add that event to it. So event.target. So whatever page the user targets and then clicks on, it will open that page. That is what we are trying to do. So if you open the store.component.html page, after the product.description, after that division, the div element, we are going to copy and paste. We also have another div element. So the div element contains the options per page. So we are going to remember when we are trying to look at select. We are trying to select how many. Maybe we want 4 pages. We want the number of pages we want. Then once we have 4 pages, it should be 1 of 4, 2 of 4, 3 of 4. So you can determine, do I want 4 pages, 3 per page, 4 per page. So we have an option button, a drop down here, selection option, but drop down, or you can say list item from your 213, what we learned in our 213. Select drop down list box, right? So we'll put the number per page, 3 per page, 4 per page. You can navigate the total number you want per page. So up to, we said 8 per page. So you can have 8 items per page or 8 products per page. Right. So based on events, event.target, whichever page is selected here, it will display it. So event.target, if you use your mouse pointer to select any of those, it will, that's the default. So we also have a button. So once you have selected the number per page, if you want to go to the first page, the second page, third page, based on the number per page, there's going to be an event, a click event, right? You're going to have a click event. So the next script after that says you have a button for the click event. So let's page of page number. So once the user click on that page number, it will display what you have on the page number. So based on that, so add that line of script as well and save. Add that line of script and save. So once you add that line of script and save, go back to your browser window and
This is an error.
you have an error. Where is the error?
It's the event dot target dot.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah. Events.target. Events.target. That's store.component.html. So we're going to I'm going to modify that. So event.target, remember this we use jQuery, right? We install jQuery Bootstrap, right? So to use the jQuery, you put your $sign, right? You can remember your knowledge from jQuery. If you're writing jQuery, you start with $sign. It tells the compiler that this is jQuery. So event, you put your jQuery the $sign there because we installed jQuery for Bootstrap. Then if any of those changes page size, if any of its element is targeted with the event, and the event we are looking at is click event. Okay, so do we have that? Have we changed that? Save. Is it okay?
Okay.
Okay. So that's the essence of coming to class. For those that don't want to come to class, if you go and read it through, copy and paste, you will be having errors. And okay, it's still good if your debugging skill is 100%, then you can. But I tell you, spend time debugging, right? So
I got page count does not exist.
page
Page count does not exist.
count does not exist. Did you copy rightly?
I hope so.
Since everybody, or did you miss out anything from? Does anyone have that error too? No. So check your code. So we are going to create a custom directive. So we are going to create a file called counterdirective.ts in the store folder. So go to the store folder, right click on the store folder. So right click on the store folder, create a file called counter.directive.ts. Counter.directive.ts. Are we all there? Counter.directive.ts. Counter.directive.ts. So after creating that file, so you go back to your, we are going to import the directive, the view container reference, the template reference, the input attribute, the simple changes from Angular core, and it's going to select the counter, and we'll export the class for the counter directive. We'll create the constructor for the view container ref, the private template, and we will, so go and copy that line of script. So scroll down. So you copy this. We are trying to import the directives that we have. We are trying to import the directives. Okay. Copy that all the way down to, you have a constructor. So you copy all the way down. copy that and go and paste it in the counter.directive.cs file that you have created. Save it. Any error? I
Yes.
think there is an error there. Okay. So counter.directive.cs. So first of all, you have when you have counter, do a the one that has a blue underline, right? I think the counter has a blue underline. Hover around, you do a quick fix. Once you do a quick fix, you choose the, let me see, I think the first option to add, have you done it? You have done the quick fix. You have done the quick fix. Okay, I just want to be sure you are choosing the appropriate one. Okay. Move on your mouse now. Is it? Do a quick fix. Yeah. So you have another error, right? You have another error where it says this dot counter, right? So put an exclamation after that counter. Good, save it. So the next thing we'll be doing we'll go to the store.module.ts file. So we are going to register that directive that we have created in the store.module.ts file. So open the store.module.ts file. So go to your imports. We are going to import that counter directive. And we'll add that directive to the declaration. After the store component, you add the counter directive to the declaration. Then you save it. So go back to this. So if you go back, just add this line of import, line of script. Import the import counter directive. We have created that. We import it. After importing that, in the declaration, you add the counter directive that you have imported as well into the declaration. Save it. I hope there is no error. If there is error, you let me know so that we fix that error. I hope we'll be able to complete this. I want us to complete chapter 7, then maybe next class we'll start off with chapter 8. And see if we can do the authentication. Okay. So we'll be replacing some built-in directive in the store component, store.component.html. We'll do some updates. We'll replace the built-in directive. So open the store.component.html. Open the store.component.html. If you scroll down, you have to add that button for the page count. So on clicking, so we need to add it. So if you scroll down, we'll add the button. So just copy this line of scripts and go and add it. Go and open your store.component.html, add it in the appropriate place and save. Any error? Have you added it in the appropriate place?
Yes, there's an error on page count that will be fixed.
Quick fix. Is it blue or red? Red is one that you have to really debug. Blue just hover around it, do a quick fix. Is that okay? Do we still have error? Let me go back. For those following, do we still have error? Page count. Is everyone, is it good?
There is an error, but it can be fixed on the next steps.
On,
On the next steps, because we don't,
move your mouse, which one? Line what?
the page count of the HTML.
Line what?
This
Line,
is line 28.
line 48.
This is
6.
here.
Let page counts.
Because we haven't defined it in the store component.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe we define it in the next step,
You
so
will-
it's okay.
It will go, yeah. So let's go to the store component.ts so that we'll. So let's go to the store component.ts. That should fix that. So open the store component.ts. So if you open the store component.ts, we are going to add the page count. So get page count will be equals to number. So we are going to mark some as comment so that we can remove that error. So if you scroll down, we are adding, so you add from here, get page count. So copy, you can see that it's in bold font. So copy all the way down and add it. Copy that and go and add it to the store.component.ts. Is it working for you? Huh? It's fine?
Yeah.
Store component.ts. So copy that. So basically we are trying to get the page count, to get the product selected. The category of the product is we use the length property to read the length per page. So save it, save, and go back to your browser window and refresh. So if you refresh your browser window, you should have this per page. Remember, we created this per page. We said 8. So if you want to have 8 per page, you want to have 4 per page, you want to have 3 per page, it will give you 3 items per page, right? So we have done the pagination. The user clicks, right, to show the product on each page. So this is 3 per page. If you want 4 per page, display 4 products. And these are the category. Category 2, we show the product in category 2. Category 3, we show the product in category 3. Right. So that's the end of chapter 7. Let's quickly see if we can start off chapter 8. We have some few minutes. And because by next week we have to cover everything. So chapter 8 is about the orders and checkouts. We've created the product. The customers, they can see the products, but they need to place their order, put the order in the shopping cart. And once they are done putting the items in the shopping cart, they will have to click on checkout, right? Then proceed to payment. So go to chapter 8, sponsor orders and checkout. Orders and checkout. So we're going to be creating the cart model, the model for the shopping cart. So we'll create the cart model. we also create the cart summary. Remember, there has to be a summary of all the products, the items in the shopping cart. Okay, so let's see how far we can go. So go back to your book. You have to open chapter 8. Chapter 7, 8, 9 is what we ought to handle this week and next week. Next week is authentication. Chapter 9 talks about administration. There we do the various necessary administration. So go to chapter 8. So we want to create the cart model, the model for the shopping cart now. So we are going to be importing the injectables, the products, and we export the class called cart with the properties and the value assigned. The initial value will be 0, no item selected, right? And the price will be 0. The product, the price will be 0, item count will be 0. So, and we are going to be doing that using their product ID. So, copy that code where you have, so in your model folder, create a file called cart.model.ts. So go to your model folder. In the model folder, right click on it, click on create new file. Then you create a file by name cart.model.ts. Cart, C-A-R-T. Some people say chart, some people say cart. So if I say cart, is chart. .model.ts. So once you create that, copy all what you have there and paste it. Copy all what you have in that book. You import, so copy and paste. You use the get method to get the total. You have the total line where to put the total of both the quantity and the price. So paste it in save. Do we have any error?
Yes.
I think that we should have an error. So go to where you, after the, you need to put an exclamation. So where you have towards the ending for the product and the quantity multiplied by the product, then this dot price, put an exclamation at the end. So we have two, one here, we have one here and one here. Then save it. Save that. So we are going to register that cart, that shopping cart that we have created. We are going to register the cart as a service in the module.module.tsc file. We want to register it as a service, so go to the module.module.tsc file. So to register that, you have to import it. So after the last import statement, import cards, you can go and copy it instead of typing. So we have created the cards, we need to import. So this line of script, copy and go and paste it in, save. Then the providers, you have to add the cards too as part of the providers. We have product repository, static data source. The next one is card, so you add it to the providers. So once you import the card model, you add it to the providers and save. And save. So save. Have we saved?
Yes.
I hope everything is good, no error. So we are going to create the cart summary. Remember, the user picks an item and put it in the shopping cart, right? So we are going to create a summary of the order of. We are going to create a summary of the order. A summary. We are going to create a summary of that cart. So we are going to create a file by name cart summary.component.ts in the store folder. So go to the store folder. Go to the store folder. Right click on the store folder and create a new file called cart summary.component.ts. Cart summary.component.ts. Please look at the spelling. Cart summary.component.ts. Cart summary.component.ts, and once you have done that, you go back and you have to copy. Here we are trying to import the component, import the cart, then the component we are selecting the cart summary and we point it to the URL of the cart summary.component.html. We are still going to create the HTML file, right? So that it will display that. So copy this from import all through. So copy, then you paste it in the cart summary.component.ts. So save that. I hope there is no error. Is there any error? Is it good? All good? Okay. So we are going to create a file called cartsummary.component.html. Remember, it's meant to point to the URL of cartsummary.component.html. So we are going to create the HTML file, and maybe when we create that, we will stop there, so that so right click on that store folder, click on new file and create a file by name cartsummary.component.html. cartsummary.component.html. Then you go back and copy that script and paste it in. Save. Make sure there is no error. Then we will stop there for today. I think everybody is tired. Brain fatigue. I can see it on our faces. We want us to continue? Huh? To continue? I'm not tired anyway. so that you can go back and digest and review what you have copy and pasted. Okay. So copy this is if you look at that, we are trying to create a div element where the user will put the email address. It will say your cart. So it will give you the price, the item. So it will show the price of that item, the item and the price name. It will show it in your shopping cart, right? So paste that in and save it. Let's save it. Then let's quickly go and register that in the store.module.ts. I wanted us to see the shopping cart being displayed. Save it. Guys, do you have the shopping cart displayed? Huh? Not yet, because we have not created the module for it. But we have created the cart summary. So this is section 004. Okay. So we'll start from there. our sugar and time. So let's be considerate. So thank God we have started the 8th. So so come to class early next week because we have to complete both 8 and chapter 8 and chapter 9.
Question about assignment.
Okay.
Shall we end the contract?
Yeah, I'll open it so that you can hand in the contract. So remember, this is the goal. You will see your shopping cart, the shopping cart on the left, on the right hand side. You can see. And once you select any item, add to cart, it will add it to the shopping cart. Right. So from there, so we'll complete that next week. So please hand in. I'll open the Dropbox by today or tomorrow. Please hand in your project. Yeah. Project 1, part 1 and part 2 by Sunday. The due date is on Sunday, 11:59 p.m. Oh my God, my battery is low. I need to plug my system. Thank God the battery system is good.
When we handle the contract,
Huh?
should we also handle the code problem? How we know?
The what?
We have to do the project.
Yeah, you have to do the project. The first part is for you to create that contract as a template. Just modify it, put the name of your team member, sign. The second part, for that part 1, apart from that, you need to create a logo for your team, for the project you are trying to create. The second part says create a landing page and create a crude operation. You are meant to choose one out of the 3. A survey, an incident, and I think the tournament or so. Choose one out of it as your project. So create the landing page and the crude operation.
So we have to handle.
So the crude operation, I say use EJS for now, so that we won't have a backlog.
Sorry, Blessing, the
Yeah.
first and second part is due this week?
Sunday, 11:59 p.m.
I thought you said because they're gonna
That?
study.
That is coming Sunday. No, 9 p.m. Okay.
It was only part 1.
Sorry?
It was only part 1.
No, both. Part 1 ought to have been completed.